Avery or littlesiha. Obviously, this is not my house where I normally film my videos. I'm actually in Paris at the Ubisoft studios where Just Dance is developed, and I'm here with Aurore, who is our lore expert. Would you like to tell them a little bit about yourself?
Yes, so my name is Aurore. So I work on the 2021, and now I'm working on the lore for GD 2023 and more.
And they call you their lore guardian?
And my nickname here is Lore Guardian.
It's a pretty awesome job title.
Yes, of course.
Just Dance has been a series for 13 years.
Yes.
What was it like being immersed in this huge world that has been building for over a decade?
I am also a Just Dance player before I came here to work. So it's always funny because I really played the first game and the second one, the GD 2014 too. It's really one of the best, of course.
2014 was one of the best.
Yes.
I agree. I think we all agree.
Yes. and this was, I was already immersed in the Just Dance world. So even if I haven't the game, so I'll watch the maps on the YouTube extra. So I know a bit well the maps. And so Just Dance is my first job. So after my studies, I started as an intern, and after I really a real employee. And this was really cool because it's like I'm a dream job, and I always wanted to work at Ubisoft because it's a great company, and I think Just Dance is a pretty good game to start in the industry.
I agree, and I think what you do has been so sorely missing from Just Dance for all these years, because dance is so much about expression and storytelling, but expression without any storytelling is very vague, and to be able to have backstories now and like a story mode and all these characters who are connected from like different games and different universes is really cool. So we're very lucky to have you.
Yes, and I'm lucky to work on this because it's totally new, and I work alone on the lore, so I have a total freedom on this aspect, and it's so interesting to work with, and I thanks at you to give me the opportunity to work on this.
Since you are the only person working on the lore for Just Dance, what does a normal day look like for you?
It really depends on my subject. So if we take the reward one, so for example, when I work on avatars, so I work with, so this is where I work by stories of the characters, personalities, and I give them to artists who draw a little silhouette of character and who shows which attitude is better to give for the avatar. So I also choose the background we'll put in the game. So depending, for example, for the season teams, I try to match the theme to the background I choose. I also working on aliases. So try if you can put lore or Easter egg. Like
That's so cool. I did see a God is a Spoon Easter egg in the alias, which it's not Just Dance lore, but it's like Just Dance community lore. So it's very special to us.
Yes, I try to, even if you link to these aliases, we have the goal. You can complete 2 aliases, and the name of the goal is the power of spoon.
Oh my God.
I try my best to put some Easter egg.
Thank you.
And also, and for the stickers, so the other designer gave me a list of emotions, and I choose which character can suit the best this emotion.
Cool.
So yes, so this is my typical day when I work on Avatar, and also I wrote with a copywriter the description of Avatar, the name, extras, titles. After that, also I'll work on the maps, of course. So for the map, when the content team, I have several ideas. So this time I just give them other ideas about the lore, what she can put on the background. If for narrative plays was special because I really participated into the brainstorm to do what it would be great to show in the maps.
For the map creation.
Yes.
It's great that you get to be involved because I feel like if you wrote lore but you weren't part of the process of like designing the costume or the backgrounds or anything, then there would be a disconnect. But because you get to work with them, it's all very cohesive.
Yes. So, and the narration playlist is really special as we create characters before we choose the song. So this is the first map in Just Dance history we did that. So it's really cool. And today also I'll also work with Benjamin make the costumes. And sometimes they have the question, for this character, what can I put to make a historic or no references? So I help them like that. So I have them the Paris team and also the Shanghai team.
Oh, with both.
Both, yes. And also, and for the narrative aspect, I write all documentation about the lore to help me to
to keep up
with it, with all the line and all the stuff because they are huge. Yeah, many things to do. So yes, I have a lot of work on it, and it's really interesting, of course.
You were saying that there is such a huge universe and so many maps to keep up with. Do you have a way of like organization or something that helps you keep track of everything?
Yes, there is a person who helped me to organize my work, which is Constant. And she's really fantastic. She helped me a lot with my whole task because I have a lot of tasks, of course. And so with her, I can focus only to write on my documentation and not to say, oh, I need to do that, I need to do that. She'll remind me what I need to do. So it's really precious to have people like that. I use internal tools, just the big tool you use is Miro. So you can make a workshop and I can make the documentation as I can and can put a lot of image to pictures because it really helps me also to give the information to other teams because it's also the goal to make documentation is to share the information to the others. I have a full sheet with all tags and words to help me to identify the maps and put them together to create worlds and or connect between them and the characters.
I can't even imagine how large that sheet is, considering there's like over 800 songs or maps or something. Huge.
Yes, there's nearly 1,000 maps.
Oh my god, there's 1,000?
So yes, it's a lot. It took time, but it worked today because it really helped me. So yes, it's okay. I have several tours, but and I still want to have a dedicated space to write this documentation because I know it's really important to keep it up. So yes.
So there are 13 years of this whole world that is just completely at your disposal now for creating lore and storylines between coaches that have already been created in the past. Do you think that is beneficial for your work, or do you think it makes it more challenging?
I think both. Challenging because it's huge, it's really huge, and I'm working alone, so it's more huge.
Yeah.
So, and it's also helpful because he gave a line to follow, so you can start from scratch. You have some basics. So, and it's important to keep this basis because it gives sometimes when you have some constraints, it boosts the creativity. So you need to respect these constraints, and with this constraint you can find some cool ideas. So yes, I think they are both huge because it's a long time, there are many maps, but it's also helpful to guide my creativity.
If there was any type of storyline that you could explore in Just Dance, which one would you pick?
I think a storyline I want to make the origin of Night Swan. I really want to see her
We do too.
how she became night swan, you know. So I think it's really, really cool to see this and the world around her and her hilarious relation with Jack Rose when he was younger. I think really cool to explore, and I think players are so interested.
Yes, if you want to see why the Night Swan is the way she is, then tell Just Dance. We need to know her origin story. She is a very interesting character because she is very like typical villain, but I feel like there's so much complexity to her, especially with Jack Rose being very conflicted about his feelings. So I am very interested to see what her origin story is. So I am praying that you get to explore this.
I hope so. I really hope.
What is your favorite storyline that you've already gotten to work on Just Dance?
Actually, we have a limpid storyline. Is the intersected first story placed. It's quite obvious, and the other one I'm less obvious because it's only beyond the description of Avatar. So, and for Rasputin the Bride, I can tell it's not finished, but you will see that.
I need to know what happened. It's so open-ended where I'm like, did he leave her? Was he with another coach? I'm very curious, but I feel like the ending of that map leaves room to grow for that story.
So yes, you need patience.
I don't have that. No, nobody in the Just Dance community has patience. We need to know.
So I think you will know for sure. And I think yes, the storyline is a really good basis in the introduction to the Just Dance universe built in. Their entertainment is really great to it. So yes, I think it's a good storyline to start. So.
Do you have a favorite character from 2023 that you've created?
Really hard because I feel like they're all my childhood.
They kind of are because you are the one in charge of naming them and creating like their attitude and their storylines. So it makes complete sense. They basically are your children.
Yes, because I have a really bond with the key characters because I spent a lot of time to build in the personalities, but also with Avatar because I also build personalities for them. And for all GD2023 coaches, I wrote their name in the lobby. So I need to find which are, watch the map several times to have the attitude, and it's quite hard to choose, but if I choose one, maybe Night Swan. She's really fun.
She's a fun character.
She's really fun character. It's of course I know her backstories, so I have a special.
She's keeping secrets.
So I know her stories, and I think it's really interesting character to explore. So and it's really fun when you think she came after the other key characters. After Jack Rose, we made Jack Rose first, and after we create Night Swan.
So Jack Rose was made as a concept first, and then afterwards you added Night Swan.
Yes.
If there was anything you could say to the Just Dance community that is watching, what would you like to say?
I hope you enjoyed the narrative plays into the dance verses, and tell us which one is your favorite character, because it's really interesting to know it. And please keep making fan theories video parce que I'm doing French, yes, because I really enjoy to watch it.
The fan theory videos are a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I especially like the ones around Rasputin and Hot and Cold, trying to figure out what is going on.
Yes,
it's very interesting.
I think sometimes there's something especially when I read some comments before we announced Night Swan and Jack Rose, and sometimes maybe Night Swan in the Sun and Jack Rose. Sometimes I went I can't tell it, so fortunately, but yes, I think sometimes they are close to the truth from some things, but I can tell.
It's a secret. We have to wait to figure it out.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Aurore, for joining me today. I appreciate it. Thank you for letting me pick your brain about the lore. I think this is really interesting to the Just Dance community because it's so new for us. And I feel like every one of us has an attachment to at least one coach. So to know that they're gonna have more depth and a backstory and a name and a motto and expressions and feelings and relationships is so cool, and it's such an innovative thing that I never would have expected Just Dance to have. But now that we have it, I never want to not have it again. It feels so quintessential to what Just Dance is. So thank you so much for everything that you do and all your work. And thank you. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and also leave comments on your thoughts on Just Dance lore, because I know that the Just Dance team loves to read the comments and watch the videos and stuff. So if you have any thoughts on the lore, you are being heard. Make sure you leave a comment. And thank you so much again for joining me. It was so fun.